Hi there, Dr. Angela here, the author incubator. And my guest today is Marcia Vaughn. Marcia, thanks for being with me.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Marcia is the author of Fear of Flying Solo, Recovery from Divorce. Marcia, let's talk about this book. What's it about and who did you write it for?
Well, I wrote it, Angela, for women who are newly divorced and in that really overwhelming sort of loss of identity, confused about who you are kind of place, figuring out way too many things because oftentimes, even when we want divorce, it can be a really unexpected bunch of new situations that we find ourselves in.
So I know you've had a divorce, as many of us have, me
Yes.
too. But you've got a professional history behind this. Let's talk a little bit about why this book and kind of where your voice fits in this message.
I am a licensed clinical social worker, and in the process of being that, I also was in this really very dysfunctional marriage. So, trying to help people with their lives and their relationships, and also having all this stuff going on at home was really an interesting dichotomous life, I would say. And so, when I chose to get divorced, there were so many things that I learned, and so many things that lessons learned, things that I tried, some worked, some didn't. It's informed my professional practice. It's also helped me have things that I can actually teach people that this worked for me, this might work for you. It actually might not, but here's something to try.
I want to talk about the title, Fear of Flying Solo. I love that title. What does it mean to you, and did you have a fear of flying solo?
Oh, absolutely. I think one of the things that I'm very passionate about is the sort of we're single, then we're married, and then we're divorced, and then when do we get to not be divorced?
Yeah.
When do we get to be what? Do we get to be again?
Right.
So to have my whole identity be attached to my marital status.
I think that's so weird when you fill out forms.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess if you get remarried, then you're allowed to
Then
not
you're
be divorced anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, you're just married. It erases
then you're married.
the first
Okay.
marriage.
Okay. Yeah.
They are some strange social rules, aren't they?
Yeah. So the fear of flying solo was like, can I stand up and really enthusiastically embrace the fact that I'm not married, I'm not divorced, I'm not single, I'm just me. And I'm doing my life my way.
So if you were to give a piece of advice to women who are overwhelmed going through divorce, or men, I guess, what's one tip or one piece of advice that you'd want to share with people?
I think the challenge is sometimes we think it's everybody's divorce is the same, so we go ask someone else who's divorced, well, what did you do about this and how did you manage that? And we can often ask the wrong people and get some really advice that's just not going to fit and not suit us. And because of the whole pressure about being married or being divorced or being single, people might be like, well, you better find someone right away. You just get bad advice.
Yep.
So I think that's the biggest mistake is asking the wrong folks for, like, what do I do about this?
Right. So, and what do you have what's your advice? Don't your advice is don't get advice.
No, it's not don't get advice. I would say find the person or the people that can serve you in those areas of your life. If you need financial advice, go to a financial advisor. Don't go to your Uncle Joe. Unless he's a financial advisor.
No, that's true.
Yeah. But to find professionals that can help you with the areas, or people that you really resonate with in terms of their path and their journey and where they can really see who you are.
Love it.
Yeah.
So if people want to know more about you, how can they find you?
So they can contact me through my website, which is my name, which is on my book, marciavaughn.com. And I would love actually them to sign up, send them a free copy of my book, read a little bit of it. If you have questions about it, get in touch with me.
Love it.
Easy to reach by email. I love to talk about this stuff.
Fantastic. Marcia Vaughn is the author of Fear of Flying Solo, Recovery from Divorce. Thank you so much for being my guest today.
Thank you so much for having me.